ओम ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Maybe ask this Avinash, this neighbor, to stop for half an hour work. Just tell Avinash to tell neighbor not to work for half an hour. Then give the break. Oh, then leave it. Then leave it. If he has gone to market, leave it. Okay, so we have some neighbor problem. This is part of life. Okay. This is called experience. Okay, please don't worry. Sriharim Paramanandam Upadeshtaramishwaram Vyapakam Sarvalokanam Karanam Tam Namamyaham. So we are in the verse number 69. We have seen Yatheva Mrunmaya Kumbha Tadvat Dehopi Chinmayah Atmanatma Vibhagoyam Mudheva Kriyate Udhi. So as Adi Shankaracharya plays with the word Maya, Samayat, one is Vikararthe, other one is Prachurye, that we have discussed. And here also he highlights that how the wise people look at a situation, also how otherwise people, ignorant people, look at the same situation. And the whole teaching that we have been seeing so far, it's like first we say there is world. So prapancha asti iti. Then once we say prapancha asti iti, how the prapancha, this world is, as a karyam, as a product. So when it is a karyam, it has to have karanam. Without karanam, without cause, the product cannot exist. Simple. Now we bring Ishwaraha as Srishtikarta. So Ishwaraha becomes Karanam. Now first see the differences, okay? Very carefully. This is what all about Aparokshanubhuti in short. First we said world that we are experiencing, that we are dealing with. Then we brought one technical word. This world is a karya. After all, it is a product. It is created. So when it is created, it is being a product. Now it needs a creator. It needs to have karanam. Then we brought Ishwara. So Ishwaraha becomes now the Srishtikarta, or you can say Karan. So once we introduce Ishwara as a Karanam, then we brought in what? First we brought this first efficient cause, Nimitta Karanam. But that was not sufficient. Where did he get material? Then we brought a look also his Upadana Karanam. Then, after discussing Upadana Karana, now we have a problem. Is it like, especially milk becoming yogurt? Only one-way process, there is no reverse process. Maybe he's another magician, like magicians are able to produce, but they can take it back. No, no. He's not Prathamavada or Parinamavada, but he comes under Vivarta Upadana Karana. Now, once we say that he is Vivarta Upadana Karanam and he is nothing but Sat Chit Ananda. Now we come to a point what? The world is what? Just world is a name given to Ishvara. Can you see this difference now? The world is a name given to Ishvara. Like the cloth. So cloth, first we introduce because I have to use this cloth. Now cloth is there, I experience. Second step is what? Cloth is a product. Now being a product, it must have cause. So what is the cause? Nimitta Karana is weaver. What is Upadana Karana? Upadana Karana becomes thread. Now when we say thread, let us not get into, because here is only Parinavavada, it is not Vivartavada. Now when we say, now what is this cloth? Now cloth is a name given to thread. Clear? So once we understand this thing, now little bit we change based on this topic. First we say there is a consciousness. So I left Ishvara now, okay? The Sat aspect, the existence, the consciousness. So there is a consciousness. Now the consciousness is in the body. That is common thinking. Oh, look, I am sentient. The consciousness, everybody will touch the, the heart, okay? The Ishvara is in here. Okay, fine. So the consciousness, as it is stored here, okay, it's not like that, but don't worry, it's expression. So the consciousness is in the body. That is the first approach. Absolutely no problem. Then what we say? So second stage is what? When we say conscious is in the body, then I say consciousness is the body. When I bring what? As Vivarta Upadana Karana. Then finally what I say? Hey, look, the body is a name that is given to consciousness. This is all about Aparokshanubhuti in short. Continuing verse number 17. Sarpatvena yatha rajjuhu Rajatatvena suktika Binita vimudhena Dehatvena tathatmana. Now this be nirnita vimudhena dehatvena tathatmana, we have this from 70 to 74, 5 verses will be seeing one line. So let us look at this first. It says very nicely that yatha, how sarpatvena rajuhu kalpita. Rajuhu kalpita. First let us look at yatha raju kalpita. Means a rope is imagined. There is no word kalpita, so I am putting it, okay? Kalpita is imagined. What this raju, a rope, is being imagined? as sarpa, sarpatvena, which we have discussed in details. Okay. So there is no base. So it is completely adhyasa. How it is being imagined. Not only that, Shuktika, a shell, also is visible as Rajata, as a piece of silver. And remember, all these are available for perception. All these are available for transaction. Not only that, I am scared of snake. Also, my neighbor is shouting. I am running towards Rajata, the silver. Also, my friend is running towards that shell called silver. So, one example shows the fear, other example shows attraction value. How it happens, how it drags us. One is running towards, other one running away. So also here it says, tatha. So how it happens? Tatha atmata. So when we say atma, vidnita, definitely is determined, surely determined. What? As deha, dehatvena. And by whom? Vimudhena, by a deluded person. Now, this Atma, as we said, the consciousness is in the body. They will say, no, 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 body is conscious. You understand? Oh, he's alive. So, what does it mean? So, the consciousness is there, body is conscious. As though consciousness doesn't have any place, only is available in the body. Okay? Thank God. But now, what we say, if the person looks at consciousness as body, rather looking at that body is a name given to consciousness. But looks at the consciousness only stays in the body. So if the body vanishes, consciousness also vanishes, okay? Then what will happen is vimudha ityat. The person is completely deluded. It's not ordinary Buddha, it's a vimudha. Means it's a gone case, nothing can be discussed. But what happens, please understand, this is the most important point which we'll be talking later on. All these things happens ajnana yogataha, because of association with ignorance. See, being ignorant and cherishing ignorance, there is a difference. Suppose I am ignorant, absolutely no problem. Because that is how life is supposed to be, nothing wrong with it. That's my capital. I am born because of the ignorance. But the problem is not only I am ignorant, I cherish, I justify, I nourish my ignorance. So that is what here he says, vimudha, which we'll be talking later on, the word ajnana yoga. So vimudhena, a person not only is deluded, who thinks delusion is his birthright and thinks he is right. And that person says, look, what is this says? Says, look, Atma is surely determined as the body. That's why these people will come up different categories, starting with hedonist charbak. Yavat jivet, sukham jivet, runam krutva, grutam jivet. Because why? Have you ever seen a person? Bhasmi bhutasya deyasya punaragamana kutam. Have you seen a person once is being dead, is burnt Have you ever seen coming back from the cremation ground? However, then he says, gives example after example so that we can see few verses today, nothing much to talk. Kanakam kundalatvena tarangatvena vaijalam Vinita देहत्वेन तथात्मता so same point kanakam kundalatvena yatha kanakam drishyate kundalatvena so that means the gold that is being perceived is seen as what kundalam. No, 71 I went already. Ghatatvena yatha prithvi. Oh, sorry. Ghatatvena yatha prithvi. So I am missing one verse, okay? Don't worry. Ghatatvena yatha prithvi. Patatvenaiva tantavaha. No, tantavaha. Vinita vimudhena. देहत्वेन तथात्मता says look yatha prithvi patatven how this earth that is drishyate perceived is visible available for my transaction as potter. So, as a pot, ghatatvena, as again the written is being wrong. Gautam, you have to be a little bit careful, okay? So, ghatatvena, because whatever you type, I just read that, okay? Then while talking, I discover what is patatvena, but it should be pot. So, ghatatvena. So, please correct all the words. Ghatatvena. So, as pot, as a pot. Now, says beautifully, not only that, tantavaha patatvena iti. Prithvi ghatatvena, tantavaha patatvena. So, tantavaha means the threads. Tantu, tantavaha, appears or available as a cloth. Now, as we discussed in the beginning, that the world is a name given to consciousness. World is a name given to Ishvara Bhagavan. So also Tantavaha is the cause. Now potter means the cloth is a name. So cloth is a name given to thread. And also the pot, the entire earthenware is nothing but a name that is given to the clay, the earth. So also Vimudhena, by this deluded people, they come to the conclusion that this body is nothing, or I would rather say this Atma is nothing, is the body. And reality, it is not that. Continuing. Kanakam kundalatvena tarangatvena vaijalam bhinnita vimudhena dehatvena tathatmata. Another example tries to give different examples which is relevant for us in our day-to-day life. So Kanakam means the gold that is available drishyate. How it is drishyate? It is perceived, it is visible, it is seen as kundala. So kundala means earring. That means all golden ornaments. Kundala is an example. How any golden ornament is nothing but gold. But a common person, we have discussed in details, those who are emotional, Do they look at gold? They are more focused on what? They are more focused on the product part, and especially online shopping. This is the present generation, okay? So in online shopping, what do you look at? Do you look at the material or do you look at the look and feel? Okay, they'll say look and feel should be that good. Content, don't ask. That's why the olden thinking people, okay, old thinking or olden thinking people, still they will prefer to go to the shop, touch and feel, not look and feel, okay? So there is a difference between look and feel, but old people touch and feel. Unless they touch, talk to the people, personal touch. Is this guaranteed shop? Yes. So many years? Yes. Then let us buy the product or else not interested. So that is what is highlighted here. Kanakam kundalatvena. The gold now here is seen as earring. So also jalam tarangatvena. The water that is available as wave or any type of ripple. Now we see there is a wave. Not only that, we count waves. Have you ever counted the waves in the beach as a child? So sitting there in a minute, how many waves are coming? Not only we count, also we see how both the waves are fighting with each other. It's amazing because that's the time pass, okay? Here, in reality, there is nothing called taranga, but we look at tarangas, means waves, and we lose sight of water. So also a vimudha, a deluded person, looks at the Atma as a body and completely lose sight of Atma and takes care of body only, continuing. पुरुषत्वेन वैस्ताणुः जलत्वेन मरीचिका विनिन्नेता विमूढेन देहत्वेन तथात्मता. So he gives another type of example because each examples that are relevant for different type of projection that we do in our life. Sometimes we add value. Sometimes we add our frustration. Sometimes we have this adhyasa concept where superimposition. Now he gives another example here. Stanuhu drishyate purushatvena. In dark, not completely dark, twilight zone. Especially, we have a beautiful saying, as you say, there are two places those days. Nowadays, things have changed. So we say those days, there are two places are very much, one has to be careful and always is afraid of. What? Known cremation ground, unknown riverbed. So beautiful saying being said. Known cremation ground, to be remembered this point, because if you know the cremation ground, which is familiar to you, you know who was dead when, how the fellow died. So must be hanging around somewhere. And we have a beautiful concept, especially in Indian context, I'm trying to say. You should know this, the cultural aspect. Generally, in cremation ground, there is no fear. You don't have to be afraid of. Because we say cremation ground is very auspicious. In fact, when you don't get sleep, you have got a lot of, worries and anxieties. Go to cremation ground, sit there for some time, you'll sleep off. Such a nice place. But, and also we say Lord Shiva comes, a lot of other ritual part we have. But we say very nicely, nearer to cremation ground, the trees, whatever are there, a lot of other things, all these fellows hang around over there, not periphery of the cremation ground. And everybody is afraid of that. Crossing cremation ground is not a problem. But this crossing over this periphery is very painful. Because each memory comes down, comes to your mind. Oh, this person 10 days before was dead. Must be hanging around. Especially premature death. Same thing also, unknown riverbed. Why unknown riverbed? One has to be careful and one is afraid of. If it is known riverbed, you know where is deep, where is what. Whereas if you do not know the river, first time you go on, you are not supposed to jump. There may be whirlpool. There may be many other complications. In fact, once we went through a tough time in Kaladi. It was completely unknown to us. So when we were brahmacharis, so one monkey jumped, means one brahmachari jumped to take, nice. And once one monkey jumped, one after another, jump. Finally, one fellow really somehow got saved because got caught into the whirlpool. However, so here he says, Purushatvena stan, the stanu, let us say a stump, a small, let us say 6 feet height of a wood post. Now is being placed somewhere. As you are coming, now the fear of ghost is there. That person was dead. What will you think? In fact, that person, 6 feet, now this is 6 feet, perfect matches. So will you see the stanu, the post, or will you see that person? How this creates illusion, then how your breathing system changes. The whole functioning, the prana functioning changes there and there. So also he says, Jalatvena marichika. It's another example. One is fear, one is love. Now in desert, then what happens? You look for what? Water. Especially here in mirrors, you see water. Now, once you see water in mirrors, now you go for it. So one place you are running away, other place you are going towards. Now it says both happens because of delusion. So also, I look at Atma as body is nothing but only delusion. Continue. Gruhatveneva kasthani खड्गत्वेनैव लोहता विनिर्णीता विमूढेन देहत्वेन तथात्मता. So with this line, vinnita vimudhena dehatvena tathatmata completes. So he says, Gruha, how if you look at Kashtani Gruhatvena eva. So Kashtani means the woods being arranged, wooden house. A log of wood being cut into different pieces, arranged, is nothing but after all wood, but you called as a griha, is a house. But sometimes nowadays, for marketing standpoint, it's wooden house. Okay, not that you mean wood, okay, especially when you want to sell, it's a wooden house, okay. Other time you'll say house, but selling time you'll say wooden house because it can fetch more money. However, so also lohata khadgatvena, a piece of iron. How this iron is being made as khadga sword. Now we lose sight of this iron, but we highlight the sword. And how it happens, here also is being taught that a vimudha, a deluded person, also looks at this body as Atma. In fact, looks at Atma as body, not body as Atma, okay? Looks at Atma as body. And once the person looks at Atma as body, can you help that person? It will be difficult to help. And we'll be getting into the different one, how the vision changes because of association with ignorance. It's a beautiful concept that is going to be talked in the tomorrow. We'll talk. Once I have some problem with my mind, let us say BP increases. There is a reeling. So when head start reeling, how the things will appear to me? So everything will look like a certain, as though everything is moving. And the best example with this, I'll stop. So those who have got special pakoda, okay? I hope some of you know special pakoda, okay? So those who have special pakoda, so pakoda, what is the effect of special pakoda? So after some time you discover, except you, everything is reeling. You understand? But in reality, does anything reel? So it is me, my thinking, it is me, my mind, that is reeling. Because of some external factor. If that could affect, also, please understand this Atma, which is consciousness, but is considered as body. So this Atma becomes body because of association with what? With Ajnana. So we'll be seeing few verses tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.